Florida Department of Law Enforcement is being asked again to investigate allegations of abuse at the former Dozier School for Boys.
The state did an investigation in 2009 that was widely criticized, and this week findings by USF researchers raise even more questions about the quality of the FDLE's report. 10 News reporter Preston Rudy joins us live now with more on this call to action. Preston?
Yeah, Heather and Charles, USF researchers grabbed national headlines this week when they released this report. The report basically says that they found more graves and noted more boys died at Dozier than originally reported. The school operated in the state's panhandle for 111 years before it was closed down last year. But allegations of abuse and torture at the state-run facility simply won't go away. And now, because of this report, the governor may have FDLE reopen its investigation.
When USF anthropologists and archaeologists uncovered 50 grave sites on the campus of the former Dozier School for Boys, Roger Kiser wasn't surprised. The author of The White House Boys, An American Tragedy, Kiser spent 2 years at the school in the late 50s and early 60s and says abuse and torture at the state-run facility was rampant.
The beatings were horrendous. Now, I'm not talking about a spanking. I'm talking about a beating where you were bloody.
As part of their work, USF researchers used ground-penetrating radar, something the state never did. USF also found 98 deaths occurred at the school between 1914 and 1973, which is 17 more than previously stated. Plus, researchers found discrepancies in records of the cause and manner of death reported for several boys. Kiser says USF's work reaffirms what he's always felt about FDLE's 2009 report.
It's like asking Charlie Manson to investigate whether he killed the LaBianca family. What do they expect him to say? So you can't expect Florida to do an investigation on themselves and admit to any killings or rapes or molestations or anything like that.
And today, the governor left open the possibility of reopening the FDLE investigation.
I want to look into that and make sure the families we do the right things there. So I'll be looking into that.
But a FDLE spokesperson sounded a different tune, saying, quote, "We are aware of a recent report which has been written regarding the Dozier School for Boys. In the absence of any additional evidence, we do not anticipate further criminal investigative action." Kiser calls it just another chapter in his quest to have the truth exposed, which he says USF did an excellent job of doing.
Yeah, I'm very, very satisfied with this report. It sort of substantiates what we've said all along, and they're going to find a lot more bodies if they're allowed to do their job.
Now, ultimately, what many of the former boys say they want from the state is a public apology for what they claim happened at Dozier. But that, too, may take several years before that does actually happen. Heather and Charles?